Hey everybody, it's Siobhan here, the Galloping Housewife. Hey, I'm a bit zoned today. Just like got in the car, thinking about one thing, doing another thing. I just realised that I've got down to the gate and I wanted to try a different bit on Percy today, and yeah, it's back at the house, but which is not just like almost a mile back up the driveway from there, but it is also just turning around and fucking about. It takes some doing and gates opening and shit. It's like, I will try it tomorrow. I'll leave the bit that I've got on him for today and try it tomorrow. So yeah, obviously heading back out to the yard, gonna stop in at the glorious Asda on the way. Asda? Aldi. And if any of you have got an Aldi, whatever, in your town, you will know that one of the great, don't come any further because I can't let you in anywhere. One of the great things about Aldi is that it has it's got the centre aisle thing where like all sorts of random shit is sold, and yeah, it's actually got some really interesting food around the outside, and it's reasonably cheap. And God, actually, one of the things I like about Aldi, which, you know, we shop all over. We mostly shop at Tesco, which is kind of a mid-range supermarket. I like Waitrose for good stuff, but don't like the people that go there. And M&S for stuff that's pre-prepared. But I quite like Aldi because you go into it and there's like so little choice. It doesn't mean that they haven't actually got, they don't cover a range of bases, but for each product they only actually have a couple of options, which is so much better than going into some of these fucking supermarkets. I mean, it's a paradox of choice. It's a real classic paradox of choice, where you go into some supermarkets and they've got like, I don't know, 15 fucking yeast spreads or whatever it is, and it's like, okay, everyone has their favourite yeast spread, and and if you don't, then we need to have discussions, but so that's probably not a good analogy, but you get what I mean. Like, you'll go in there and there'll be like 15 different options of one particular product, whereas if you go into Aldi, you'll have just 2 or 3 chutneys. It's like, well, pick a fucking chutney, and it makes it so much easier as opposed to having hundreds of choices. And that's that paradox of choice actually goes into so much of our lives. We're faced with the more options that we're faced with, the less satisfied we are likely to be with the choice that we make. Which is, there's a whole grass is always greener type thing. We always, especially if the options are close and there are, and there's things that we like about each one, it can make it really difficult to make a good choice. So, which is why, like you go into some restaurants and some of the really high class top level restaurants will, maybe have 4 or 5 main choices, as opposed to you go into some and they'll have 25, and then it's like, okay, so I want mushrooms, but do I want mushroom risotto, or do I want mushroom with pasta, or do I want mushrooms on sourdough, or do I want mushroom souffle, or do I want a mushroom soup? It's like, it becomes too much. It's Mabel telling me that I'm too close to something, and I'm not. I'm in the middle of the road, perfectly safe. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I am heading out, like he said, heading out to the yard. I'm just going to give them both a quick school on the flat today. Went out yesterday and did a wee jump, and actually it was the first day in 6 days that I've ridden because of mainly weather, and then an inconvenient haircut, like not inconvenient haircut, but a hairdressing appointment that I completely forgot about, and it just happened to be on one of the fine days, but anyway, so yeah, hadn't ridden for 6 days, and Percy had actually had a bit of a puffy leg for a couple of days, probably because I galloped on stones last weekend. but he's absolutely fine. So jumped him a little bit yesterday, and actually he was really strong. And I'm trying him in a different bit at the moment, in a Wilkie, which gives us a little bit more pressure. And I actually think he likes the stronger bits less than he does the milder bits. So I was going to take out a Happy Mouth and have a go with that today, just in case he is actually running. He tends to lean on the bit. He tends to run through the bit, and so I was going to have a look and see whether if he was in something that was milder and a bit more comfortable for him, that he might actually respond better. Yeah, never know. So that was the option I was giving with him, but he jumped great. He was fantastic. And then we took all the jumps down, because I've actually been up for 2 weeks or so now. And Percy's jumped through all the ones that we had there. I put little fillers out, and I put actually jumped the water tray yesterday for the first time, and he was like, fuck no, and I was like, yeah, actually, so got him over that was great. Mitch, so I took all the jumps away, or I took David out so he could take all the jumps away from me, which is really convenient, isn't it? And he sorry, distracted again. He took all the jumps down while I was doing Percy off and putting gear on Mitch, and which meant we had the whole arena for Mitch, and Mitch is fine riding around jumps, and that's all grand, but sometimes you do need like an open arena so that you can go wherever you need to, you can turn wherever you need to, you can push them sideways wherever you need to, and Mitch so far with what we've been doing with him has been about has just been about getting back on him, walk, trot and canter, making him go when he needs to go, but sometimes he gets a little distracted, and sometimes he will think, he just he's quite sensitive, or he's like a complete block of wood, and he gets distracted, or he just sort of shuts down, and I need to have him just a little bit more mobile, well, a lot more mobile, a lot more pliable, or at least I need to have him more consistently pliable and movable and adjustable. So I need to be able to push him sideways when I want to, I need to be able to push him forward when I want to, I need to be able to turn him when I need to, so having an open arena to be able to do that and is important. So we will try and push head with a little bit more on that. Sorry, farm dog just came running out onto the road, so slowed right down there. Farm dogs are not all that stupid. Might be a pet farm dog. Anyway, so that's what I'll plan on kicking on with that. And yeah, actually I'm going to Aldi. That was kind of what got me distracted, because I realised I didn't actually get through the story of why I'm going to Aldi today. They have these centre aisles that are full of shit, tat stuff, and it's really random, but we've picked up some really good stuff there. Like David has been looking for a pair of just casual gloves, so not gloves to wear when he's doing anything, or even going anywhere fancy, just when he's out walking the dog and that sort of stuff, but just warm gloves. I mean, we live in bloody Scotland, and it's cold and windy and sometimes wet and sometimes all three, so quite often all three. So and he found these lambskin gloves there, really quite nice ones, £5 in the centre aisle of Aldi, and we found really, really interesting, really random stuff there. But anyway, so my youngest is away currently, just turned 18, and so he decided to celebrate his 18th birthday by catching up with meeting a whole lot of his online friends in real life in Rotterdam in the Netherlands. Two of the boys are Dutch boys or Dutch kids, and they're 2 German and one French. Clive, yeah, there's 6 of them that was meeting up. So he's away, and I've taken the chance to muck out his bedroom. Now, I mean, I know that parents shouldn't really be in their 18-year-old's bedroom because they need their privacy, but we have a fairly good, very good, and very open relationship. There's not much that we keep from each other, and one of Clive's things, because Clive is quite severely ADHD, and so he really struggles with what's known as executive dysfunction. He cannot process, he finds it really difficult to process multiple instructions and to just organise and actually get started on projects. Like, he's fine once he's started on things. He's really, really good, really, really focused, and just initiating sort of any kind of action. And we've been in this house that we're living in since we moved in June last year, and we never really sorted out his organisation of his room, storage of his room, and he had a lot of shit still in the boxes that we packed up. God, when we went to New Zealand 18 months ago. And things just like, he has a floor job, I mean, he didn't have drawers, he had one lot of shelves, he has a really nice big wardrobe, but shit was just underneath his bed on the floor, and the stuff that was on the shelves was just like there. And really nice, he's got a lovely big desk, and he's got a couple of computer screens and stuff because that's his gaming, his thing. So yeah, I mean, he's got some stuff, but I mean, like, it just needed finishing off. Storage needed sorting out. Where he puts his clothes needs sorting out, because of course that is of a very low interest to an 18-year-old child who's not interested in fashion. So it's that sort of stuff needs sorting out. So I have done all that, and I've also we've got a couple of his pictures for his walls and posters and things, and I've finally gone about organising frames and stuff for them, so we're going to put all those up on his wall before he gets home tomorrow. So I'm going to Aldi. God, that was a long way of saying I'm going to Aldi to pick up some plastic storage boxes, because my husband said that when he bought his £5 gloves the other day that they had storage boxes. So there you go, that's the answer. So today I guess I've talked about some shit that is important to all of us and a whole lot that is only important to me, but anyway, that's kind of what a vlog is about, really, isn't it? So you've got my day, and I won't be chatting to you tomorrow because we are going up to Edinburgh to pick him up, and taking the chance, David and I, of going and spending the day in Edinburgh, just doing random shit, just actually taking the dog up, go for a walk, and we will visit a pub, have a look around some shops, do that sort of stuff, take a day off. There you go. Which just seems wild, doesn't it? So yeah, hopefully I'll be back here Monday if the weather doesn't turn to shit. Really hoping to get kicking on with these horses, and I'll see you out there. Hope your day's going good too.